Hello everyone, welcome back to Team Auto Trend channel. The Hyundai Exter is currently the hottest topic in the Indian automotive industry today. You may have already seen my detailed walk-around review of the top spec SX optional Connect variant. But today we have over here the mid-level SX variant of the Hyundai Exter. So in this video we are going to take a look at all the features that are available on this mid-spec SX Hyundai Exter. But before that, please make sure to subscribe to our channel as we provide detailed reviews of all variants of all cars along with regular news updates. It is your support that keeps us motivated, so please don't forget to like and share this video. Best of all, you can also follow us on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter as well. This video is sponsored by Boodmo.com, the spare parts expert. Any brand, any model, any spare part, they offer only genuine quality components along with the cheapest and more expensive options all at one place for you. You can check out their website at Boodmo.com or download the Boodmo app, which is available for Android devices and iOS as well. You can search for the required spare part in the proper category from the scrolling menu on the home screen, and you can also check out the available offers displayed on the home screen as well. Boodmo also offers return and refund assurance within 10 days of purchase. If you don't like the spare part, you can return it within 10 days without any hassle. Boodmo, the spare parts expert and quite literally the one-stop shop for all your automotive spare part needs. First of all, let's take a look at the exterior design details and features of this mid-spec variant of the Hyundai Exter. To be precise, this is actually an SUV version of the Grand i10 Nios tall boy hatchback, which means it shares most of the specification, even the tire specification, along with the interiors. But on the exterior, this is quite striking, quite unlike we have seen in this subcompact SUV category when we compare with the Tata Punch or the Citroen C3 or even the Maruti Suzuki Ignis. So this being the SX variant, it sort of provides you a compromise between lower spec standard features along with some top spec premium features. So for example, you get to see the same signature head-shaped LED DRLs even on this mid-spec variant on the SX, similar to the higher variants, and you also get to see the same halogen projector headlamps similar to the higher spec variants. Then apart from that, you get the standard stuff including the piano black finished front grille over here. You also get the bold Exter branding at the front, and you also get the thin black strip connecting the LED DRLs on top. You have got a proper clamshell like design bonnet which looks really nice on this car, and the overall silhouette itself is proper squarish, so giving you a proper SUV like appeal, proper SUV like stance. But this car is actually slightly shorter in length compared to the Tata Punch. Apart from that, everything is almost similar to the Tata Punch in terms of dimensions, which means the space is properly good, along with great large windows for visibility. So that is actually a really big plus point. Then similar to the higher spec variants, you have the body colored ORVMs along with LED turn indicators. You also have body colored door handles on this SX, which is a big plus point. Then quite similar to the higher spec variants, this SX also gets you 15-inch wheels, but these are not alloy wheels. These are instead stylized steel wheels made to look like alloy wheels, so you can actually remove them. So these are actually looking quite good on this SX, even though they are not alloys. So then apart from that, you don't get actually a request sensor on the door handle over here because the SX does not have smart key access with push button start. That said, you get the same proper aluminum piano black finish roof rails which are nice and long, so that you can even put your carriers and some other loads on top, which is quite nice. That said, you have to mind the electric sunroof over here. Yes, the SX variant is the entry level. Yes, the SX variant onwards, you get an electric sunroof on the Hyundai Exter, which makes this the most affordable electric sunroof providing car in the Indian market today. So that is a good one. Then apart from that, coming to the rear, here almost everything is similar to the top level SX optional because you get the same head-shaped signature LED tail lamps along with halogen turn indicators and reverse lamps. Then you also get the same parametric piano black finish band running across the width of the tailgate. Along with that, you can also see the matching parametric finish on the C pillars over here in glossy black. So these are all looking good, quite nice touches as standard from this mid-spec variant. However, as you can see, this SX does not provide you a rear windshield wiper. Still, you get rear windshield defogger available from this SX variant onwards, which is actually a good thing. Then you have the typical 6 airbags standard label over here, which means the Exter actually provides you 6 airbags as standard across all variants starting from the entry level EX. So that is a big plus. Then you have the reverse parking camera available in the number plate housing
from the SX variant only, as the lower spec variants don't have a reverse parking camera. And at the rear too, you have the typical silver finish skid plate. So everything looks good. Yep. From every angle, the Hyundai Exter looks like a mini version of a Hyundai Creta or a Hyundai Venue, or even say some other global Hyundai cars. In some angles, this reminds us of the Land Rover Defender as well. That's a big claim, but yes, at the front, this car reminds you of the Land Rover Defender. Now let's take a look at the bonnet. So just like before, just like every other Grand i10 Neos, the Hyundai Aura and the lower spec variants of the i20 and the Venue, this is the exact same 1.2 liter Kappa 4-cylinder petrol engine producing 83 PS of maximum power and 113 Newton meters of maximum torque through either a 5-speed manual or a 5-speed AMT gearbox. However, one thing has to be noted that the AMT variants also come with paddle shifters, and the AMT gearbox is available from the S variant itself, but the paddle shifters are obviously reserved only for the top spec variants. Still, the 1.2 liter petrol engine in this car is actually pretty fun to drive because we have already driven it on the Grand i10 Neos and the Aura. It is very silent, smooth and very slick. It is good for hill driving as well. So yep, this is actually expected. So this car being not that different from a Grand i10 Neos, this is also going to be pretty good fun to drive. Under the bonnet, you cannot see any sort of under bonnet insulation cladding because this engine is inherently very silent. So yep. Let's now check out the luggage capacity. Next, talking about the luggage capacity, in this subcompact SUV category, the Hyundai Exter provides the most luggage space at around 391 liters is what actually Hyundai claims, but that is up to the roof. But till this parcel tray, it should be around 330, 320 liters because that is how it looks. Still, it is quite large. It is larger than the competition and it is quite nice, neat and square, easy for loading and unloading. However, on this SX, you lack a bit of features. For example, you don't get the yellow boot lamp on the left side. However, you get the same bag hook on the right side of the boot area, quite similar to all the variants. Then, under the boot floor, you get to see a 14-inch steel spare wheel similar to the higher spec variant, which means this spare wheel can be used for temporary usage. Then, what this car actually lacks is the 60-40 split folding rear seat function for flexibility, but instead you get a 100% flat folding mechanism. So if you fold the seat, you get actually a large loading bay, quite easy to load stuff into. So that's all about the luggage capacity of the Hyundai Exter. Let's now check out the cabin features. Next, getting into the cabin of the SX mid-spec variant, we have to remind ourselves that this is not the top spec variant because it provides you some level of premium features, but still it lacks a few premium features. For example, you don't get smart key access with push button start. Instead, you get this flip key similar to the Hyundai i20 mid variants and the Venue lower spec variants. So that is a thing to be noted. Good thing regarding the Hyundai Exter is that all variants get height adjustable driver seat, which is going to be really convenient for all sorts of adults, women, men and everyone. So that is good. Now getting into the cabin, this is how it actually looks like. Quite similar to the Grand i10, right? Yeah. The overall dashboard layout, design, materials and even the door pads have been carried forward from the Grand i10 Neos. However, to be honest, the build quality has improved a bit because the door feels heavier. Yes, there is also better thud to the doors. It feels heavier and the overall car itself feels heavier in terms of the metal quality, but the overall plastics and everything remain exactly the same, similar to the Grand i10 Neos on the inside. Now let's turn on the car because it is incredibly hot today. So turning on the car, this is how everything looks like. You get the similar instrument cluster and touchscreen system to the Grand i10 Neos and even the higher spec variant of the Hyundai Exter, because this digital instrument cluster we have already seen on the higher spec variant of the Hyundai Exter, and this sort of reminds us of the Kia Seltos as well, the facelift version. The Seltos facelift HTX gets this sort of instrument cluster, so this is almost a similar user interface. Now this instrument cluster as standard provides you well, a lot of things including tire pressure monitoring system and other regular information stuff with 5 proper seat belt warnings, so that is a good thing. Then you have cruise control as well. Yep, this SX variant onwards you also get cruise control on the right side of the steering wheel along with steering mounted audio controls and electric sunroof too. So this is a nice feature to have on a mid-spec variant. This is one among the more affordable cars in the Indian market today to provide you an electric sunroof on the mid-spec variant. So that is a thing to be noted. Then coming to the center console again, you get the same touchscreen system similar to the Grand i10 Neos, which also provides you a reverse parking camera. No adaptive guidelines over here, but still the reverse parking camera is quite helpful. Then you have Android Auto connectivity, Apple CarPlay connectivity, and you also have sort of voice commands too to operate some stuff, including Android Auto and stuff. You also have this automatic climate control console similar to the top spec variant and similar to the higher variants of the Grand i10 Neos too. So nothing different over here. However, only on the SX option variant onwards you get wireless charging facility on the Hyundai Exter, whereas this SX does not have that. Instead, you get the standard C-type USB charging port. You also get a regular USB port along with the 12-volt charging socket. So all sorts of charging are covered well in this car. Then you have the similar gear lever, the 5-speed manual transmission similar to the Grand i10 Neos and the Aura. Nothing different here too, along with the center console, which also remains exactly the same as those cars. Then this tray is also the same, whereas the SX does not provide you a cooled glove box. That feature is exclusive only on the SX optional and Connect variants. Still, you have large bottle holders on every door, and from the S variant onwards you also have all 4 power windows, with the driver window alone getting you one touch down function, whereas there is no one touch up, along with auto folding electronic VRVMs. So pretty much everything is covered in this car in terms of essentials. Then coming on towards the roof, you don't have the connected car features. Instead, you get a regular day-night switch for the IRVM. You have individual yellow cabin lamps for the front passengers, and you have the sunroof manual control button over here. That's a good thing. And there is a vanity mirror for the co-driver side alone. Okay, that was all about the front features. Let's now check out the rear seats. As we have already seen the higher spec variant of the Hyundai Exter, the overall interior space and comfort is going to be the same across all variants, because the Exter provides you 2 individual adjustable headrests as standard for all variants, along with a proper 3-point seat belt for even the center passenger. So that is good attention to safety and comfort at the same time. Now the driver seat I have adjusted for my height, which is 6 foot for reference, and still I have got ample amount of knee room over here, which is properly good. Good knee room, good under thigh support too, and good headroom as well. So no issue for me at the back, because this car is actually much taller when you compare with the Grand i10 Neos. And even though I have a bad hairstyle, I have got more than ample amount of headroom over here. Good enough for people who wear turban also, so no problem over there. Then quite a surprise, you have rear AC vents available from the S variant itself, along with the 12-volt charging socket for the rear seat passengers. So everything is nice, very comfortable for 4 people, with good standard safety features too. Yep, from the base variant itself you get 6 airbags, whereas from the SX variant you have ESP traction control, hill hold assist also available as standard. On the lower spec variants though, on the EX and S, you have to opt for the ESP traction control hill hold feature, but 6 airbags are available as standard. And from this SX variant onwards, you also have remote central locking, reverse parking camera, along with reverse parking sensors. So pretty good in terms of overall safety. Alright then, let's now conclude this review by talking about the pricing and value.
So folks, that was a detailed walk-around review of the mid-level SX variant of the new Hyundai Exter subcompact SUV. If you don't have the liking for fancy features such as wireless charging or alloy wheels, then this SX variant of the Hyundai Exter makes perfect sense, as it provides all the essential features for your family, along with premium features such as automatic climate control and an electric sunroof. It also looks good on the outside while also providing good safety overall, including 6 airbags, ESP traction control and hill hold assist. That said, except for the rear wiper, this car provides almost everything and seems to be great value for money compared to rivals at this price point. Do let me know in the comment section below what do you think about this SX variant of the Hyundai Exter. Meanwhile, this is Viprajesh signing off. See you on another video. Thank you for watching.